everyone, welcome to a new reading. Today we are going to start working in finishing NewJeans individual reading. In this one we're going to do Haerin's individual reading, and in this type of videos, for those of you that do not know, we're going to check 4 different sections of her life, which will be her current energy, her career, her love life, and then any healing messages that come through. With all of that said, in the description below I will have the timestamp so you can jump around into whichever area you want to check out first, and if not, I will start with the current energy to figure out how she's doing right now. So how is Haerin doing right now? Oh, we have the Nine of Swords. We have the Lovers reversed. And we have the Devil upright. So it seems very clear what is going on with her. Right now she's very stressed. She's going through it. The Nine of Swords usually talks about someone that's waking up from a nightmare, someone that is super stressed, someone that is overwhelmed, someone that's overthinking something, or someone that is, in this case I want to say someone that is checking their options and they feel a sense of hopelessness. Now I'm saying that because of the card that is right after, which is the Lovers. Now the Lovers could mean something in relation to someone's love life, but it can also talk about choices. And I do feel that with this card being reversed, it kind of feels like she feels that her hopelessness stems from a sense of not seeing her options, not seeing what paths are available to her, or she feels a bit trapped, and that is kind of like bleeding into what the Devil kind of talks about. But the other thing that I got, like the first thing I got when I saw the Lovers card here, was actually that she feels like she lacks a companion. Now, I don't necessarily mean this in a romantic sense. I do feel that this is more leaning towards she feels like she lacks like a good friend, or someone that she can rely on, or someone that can understand her in the situation that she's in. So the sort of companion that she wants is someone that will kind of be like a best friend, someone that will mirror her. So the whole idea of soulmates, but I hope you guys understand that I don't mean this in a romantic way. I do mean this as someone that can resonate with her soul in such a deep level that there's many things that don't have to be explained, and it just kind of makes sense. So I do feel that she's just hoping to find someone that can understand her in a level that many other people don't, someone that can listen to her, someone that can be there for her. And with this Lovers card reverse, I do feel that she lacks that companion, because the Lovers is Gemini energy, and Gemini is supposed to be like the twins. So I do feel that she is just looking for someone that definitely resonates with her in a level that many others do not. This doesn't necessarily mean that she's surrounded by people that don't care for her. It's just that these people don't understand her to the level that she desires and that she wishes she could be understood. Also, the Lovers could talk about communication since it's connected to Gemini energy. So I do feel that she just wants someone that will lend her an ear, someone that will listen to her very carefully, someone that could give her good advice, and someone that can be next to her, be loyal to her, gentle and caring. Like I think she really just wants a companion. And I don't think this necessarily has to be a person. I do feel that if it were to be a pet even, that could be very helpful for her as well. So someone that can definitely hear her out when she's having a very tough time, someone that can be there for her when she wakes up from a bad dream, someone that can be there for her when she feels overwhelmed with all of her thoughts and concerns. Now, the reason why she may feel like she doesn't have options, or that she doesn't have people that support her the way that she wishes, here we have the Devil. So the Devil is Capricorn energy. The Devil talks about someone that is under the illusion that they can't do something, or that they're trapped somehow. So usually to me, the Devil has always symbolized society, right? Like the ideas or expectations that we put on ourselves based on the culture or the environment that we're in. To me, that's always what the devil has represented. So in her case, I do feel that things that are overwhelming her have to do with the industry that she's in, with the age that she's in, with the culture that she's surrounded with, you know, all of those unspoken rules, those expectations that are just weighing her down. Those things are what's stressing her, what is like stressing her at the moment. And with this devil energy, it kind of feels that this may be leaning more towards her career, but we will see a bit more of that when we get to that section of her video. But anyway, with this devil energy, there is this sense where she feels trapped because of what other people expect of her. It seems like there is also this sense where she feels like there's a big focus on material things, or a big focus in her career. There's this sense where she feels a sense of powerlessness because of higher ups or authorities, like whoever is like an authority figure. She feels a bit suffocated by whatever rules have been put on her. She doesn't feel comfortable in the environment that she's in. And I think one of the reasons why she doesn't feel comfortable might be because she feels like she constantly has to put on this mask or put up appearances for the sake of the environment that she's in, or for the sake of her work. And it's making her feel uncomfortable because that's not really who she truly is, or she hasn't really understood how to separate who she is as a person and the persona that she will have for her work. I think she's still on the works of that. But let's jump into her career to see what's going on there, because I do feel that that's like the stem or like the root of all of her stress right now. So let's check out Haerin's career. So 3 cards came out. I think I'll take them. So the cards that we have is Moon with the keyword darkness. We have Magnetism with the keyword attraction. And then we have the Equator with the keywords to make equal. So in her career, she's going through this sense where she's attracting a lot of people, a lot of attention. A lot of people have like their eyes on her, of course, because of the industry that she's in. And she's finding it very difficult to do a bit of shadow work, I feel, because this Moon card makes me think of untapped potential. You know, it makes me think of the Moon card in tarot, which talks about untapped potential, or like the things we're not aware of, the things that we're still like discovering about ourselves, things that are maybe hidden to others and even to our own knowledge. So there's this sense of doing some shadow work, basically. So in her career, there is a side of her that she keeps to herself. It is a side that she doesn't feel too comfortable showing to other people. This is not necessarily like a bad aspect of her or something negative. As you know, when we talk about shadow work, a lot of people may see this in a negative light. In this case, it's more about her vulnerabilities and who she is as a person. There is this sense of like a lot of people are looking at her but are not really concerned with who she is as a person. So in a sense, she may feel like people observe her vessel as a human or as an artist, but not many people really care to try to get to know her as a person. And because of that, she may have hidden this vulnerable side to her within her career. There is a chance that a lot of people come to her and just want to be with her because of her reputation, or you know, because she's an idol, or because of her appearances, and do not really care to get to know who she is as a person. What are the things that she likes? What are the things that she's afraid of? What are her aspirations in life? What are her goals in her in her life as well? So with this Moon card, it feels like there's a side of her that many people do not see, or there's a side of her that many people neglect and ignore. And that could be this could explain as to why we got the Lovers reverse, where she's like, I'm looking for a companion that understands me to a level that many others do not. And that's because she is in an industry that is filled with appearances. It is one that is heavily focused on what people say, what people think. I mean, it's the entertainment industry, so it is not super welcoming to everyone. And I do feel that for her, it has been a bit tough to find this balance of who she is on the outside and who she is on the inside. So I do feel with this devil energy that we saw in her current energy, she still hasn't been able to decipher this balance where she's able to in a way, understand that there's different sides of herself, and some aspects of her can shine in the industry, and other aspects of her she can keep to herself. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, like she's not being fake, it's just how the industry works. I talked about this with somebody else, I just don't really know who it was, but it was an individual reading that I did recently. I can't think of who it was, but it was one of the groups that I'm working on this year, and that person also had something similar. For the person that got something similar, the message was basically that there's traits or aspects of ourselves that shine better in our career that are not necessary in other areas of our life, like our home. Like you could have someone that is very serious and has to be a bit detached in their career, let's say they're a lawyer or something, but when they're at home they can be a bit more relaxed and caring and loving because they don't have to put this appearance of authority, or they don't have to put up this appearance of being super focused and serious in their work, right? They can be a bit more relaxed and maybe be more gentle with the people that they deal with at home in comparison to the people they deal with at work. And that doesn't mean that person is fake. That just means that there's just different aspects that get highlighted or turned on and off in whichever area they're in. And in this case, it's something similar, and I think she's barely learning that or barely becoming aware. But she's in the early stages of destruction, of like this destroying the expectations she had, the ideas she had, and the foundation that she's on. And she's eventually going to reach this point of understanding and healing, and will reach this balance where she will be able to understand which parts of herself she's willing to highlight for the industry and which parts of herself she should keep to herself. Just because she's keeping some things private to herself does not mean that she's being fake. And in that case, when she figures that out and learns that, then she will get rid of like this imposter syndrome of sorts, where she feels like she doesn't deserve something, or she feels like she's not being authentic, or she feels like she's being fake somehow. But we're not done with her career. Let's take out more oracle cards, and then let's take out the tarot. So we have stabilize. So it seems like the main thing that she's going to work on in her career is just to find balance and harmony within her. Shadow work will be essential for her, being able to identify what she will like to keep private into herself, but also understanding that there's some baggage that she may have to get rid of, which could be expectations or getting a little bit hung up with people. Because I do feel that she has created now this baggage where a lot of people come towards her and they're not really interested in who she is as a person, and it may have hurt her a lot before, but now with time she will understand that she will encounter a lot of people that are not meant to stay in her life. And because of that, she doesn't have to take it personally if they just walk away. Whoever walks away, or whoever just wants her for something superficial, it's better to just let them go, because they're not going to add anything substantial to her life or make it any better. So if they walk away and it was all superficial, it's like a blessing in disguise. Get them out of it. That it's kind of like the trash took out themselves. That kind of vibe. Anyway, let's take out some clarifiers for her career. So the first card that you have is the Ace of Swords and the Four of Cups. So I think if she does a little bit of meditation, or with time, she will be able to see things clearly. She will be able to get proper communication with herself and with her environment. She will have a better understanding of the people that matter, the people that don't. She will have a better idea of how to deal with her emotions and her thoughts, and also being able to not be super overwhelmed with her environment. I'm saying this because the Four of Cups talks about someone that is a bit distracted, or someone that is a bit bored because everything is quite stable. So I do feel that during the times where she has a break, or like nothing's going on, that's when she gets a lot of epiphanies coming through with this Ace of Swords, which the Ace of Swords talks about someone that has clear communication, someone that has like this direct connection or this direct channel to the spirit world, or to their higher selves. So in this case, it will be kind of like having a stronger connection within herself. And in that case, it brings her this clarity, or this ability to just see things for what they are without being too emotionally attached to them. So in that case, it will help her, the epiphanies that she will have in her career will allow her, or will help her get the tools necessary to understand that not everyone she meets is going to be important in her life. Not everyone that she encounters has to even stay in her life. Therefore, if she met them and all they wanted was something superficial, then she doesn't even have to feel bad about it. And, like butter, just allow that bad energy to just kind of like slip off and like fade away. Now, the other two cards that we have right here is the Five of Swords reverse and the Four of Swords upright. So, the Five of Swords talks about someone that is trying to win at all costs. So, with this one being reversed, I do feel that one of the things that she's going to learn in her career is to not get too attached to problems, understanding that by backing off or not and like confronting someone doesn't mean that she lost the battle. Sometimes, I think she's learning how to pick her battles, basically. So what I mean by that is like understanding that some people are not worth fighting for. There's some people that are not worth even being sad over. So again, the whole idea of like, if fake people come towards her, she has no obligation, or there's no necessity for her to feel bad if they're not meant to stay in her life, or feel bad that she's surrounded by all this trashy energy. Eventually, she will find someone that is worth it. She should not entertain all this negativity and all of these fake people, basically. So that's what I mean by picking her battles. Instead of like hanging out with these fake people to fill in this gap of loneliness, she should probably just let them go. So like that, there is enough space for someone that is worth it. I do feel that her being on her own will do her a lot better than being surrounded by people that are so vain and fake. And I think she'll eventually learn that, but she's still growing up, so that's part of the process. Now, the other card that we have right here is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords usually talks about someone that is resting, someone that is taking a mental break, someone that is relaxing, someone that could even be meditating before taking action. So I do feel that in her career, she will have a long enough break to get the epiphanies I talked about earlier, where she's going to be able to find the clarity that she needs in her life, and being able to get rid of any overwhelming feelings, and have the ability to just assess the situation that she's in within her career, and to not feel emotionally attached to people that are not worth it. So funnily enough, her career was basically all about her self-healing and development, and just growing up and not being surrounded by fake people, and not feeling bad about having some privacy to herself. So I'm actually quite interested to what her love life will say, because many people's love life when they're young are all about self-growth and understanding and self-love and care. So I wonder what's going to pop up for her. Let's take out some oracle and see what is going on with Haerin's love life. We have North with expansion. So right away, this just kind of shows that she's growing, she's developing, she's improving, she is just growing up and maturing. There is a sense with expansion that she's going to explore new ways of thinking, new ways of going on about her life, new ways of, like, I feel like she's getting to figure out like a new routine that brings her a lot of this calm, soothing, and healing energy. There is a sense of like maybe she'll wake up and get some tea, or maybe she will wake up and meditate. Like there will be something that she will change in her routine that will be like the beginning of, or like the little that one little action that she takes will create this domino effect of her growth and development. So I do feel that she's going to end up as someone that seems very mature, seems like someone that always has it together, someone that will find this perfect balance and harmony. So there is this sense of she will eventually reach a point of self-care, self-understanding, that it will reflect on her vessel. And by vessel, I mean her physical body. So it's like healing from the inside out. But let's get more oracles. So what's going on with her love life? Nice. Oh, so we have Pine with Persevere, and we have Calendula with Brighten. So she has a lot of greens and yellows, meaning that she's working on her heart chakra and her solar plexus. So this could show that she's doing some inner child healing, that she's doing some heart cleansing. She's working on her heart chakra, basically. One of the things that I'm thinking of with this Pine and like this Pine card is that she's working on surviving a long winter. And one of the visions that I'm getting, or that I'm kind of seeing here, is that she is going through a moment of solitude, a moment of bareness, a moment of where she will feel like she has been stripped from a lot of things in life. May it be healthy connections, may it be opportunities. Like, she's going to feel quite solemn, quite sad. And again, she's gonna be alone for quite a while. This is not necessarily a bad thing. It is just part of her healing. Like, she needs to be on her own to be able to create a stronger foundation for herself. Having space and time for herself will allow it for her to be able to create her own ideas, her own priorities, being able to understand her own principles, and being able to prioritize herself without external influences getting in the way, or in a sense tainting her healing, if that makes sense. So I do feel that she will be on her own for quite a while. But again, this is not a bad thing. It's just something that will allow her to be in the purest space necessary for her to create a stronger foundation of who she is. Now, with a Persevere and with a Brighten, I do feel that one of the things that she's doing in her love life, again, self-love, self-care, in order to reach this sense of understanding, of true knowing of who she is as a person and who she desires to become as well. So with these two cards, I do feel that this balance that she's working towards, or this harmony that she's aiming for, is something that it's going to be a long lasting effect. It is something that she's working on right now, but it's going to pay off in the long run for the rest of her life. Because I think this is just, her reading is basically she's growing up, and one of the things that trigger this, like, not need, but like that trigger this event of her growing up, is just the industry that she's in made her realize what it means to be surrounded by fake people, and that that's not what she wants. Therefore, in her love life, we're seeing how she's growing, how she's growing to be her own person and have her own thoughts and her own ideas and her own way of doing life. So I do feel that she's going to learn how to be more optimistic. She's going to learn how to protect her heart, how to stay creative. I'm thinking of like the heart chakra and the solar plexus. So she's learning how to stay optimistic. She's learning how to stay happy, how to be confident, how to protect her heart, but at the same time how to wear her heart on her sleeve in a way where she can be genuine, she can be caring and gentle to other people and to herself, but at the same time now allowing other people to interfere with her happiness, to get in the way of her optimistic and youthful energy. I want to say childlike energy, but the whole point is that she's growing up. So childlike energy in this case will be youthful, happy, creative, imaginative, all of those things that will make us think of a pure young child, that kind of vibe. But let's get some more tarot to get some more details about her love life. Let's see, anything else that has to be said. The card that just flew out is the King of Pentacles reverse. So she's not quite there yet, but she will eventually reach a point where she will be a professional in her job, where she will feel confident and stable, where she will feel like in her career she can make all the money that she wants, that she has all the recognition and credit that she deserves, that she will eventually reach success in her career, as the material success necessary, so like good finances, good projects, good reputation. Like she will reach those things, and she will also be able to have this maturity and this balance of self-love and self-care. I think this card in reverse is just saying that she's still on the works, like she's still getting there. But let's get one last card for her love life. And the last card that we have here is the Page of Wands. So with this Page of Wands, it kind of shows that right now she's in, looking for inspiration or looking for ways and methods where she can do all of this like self-care type of things. She is pretty inspired, or she's like motivated to heal herself, or like she's looking forward towards doing that. So she's taking these baby steps. She's taking these actions little by little, which I mentioned earlier with this card, that she may change just a little thing in her routine that will give her enough inner peace to kind of trigger the domino effect of healing. So it is just one little step that she's taking, one little action in her routine that will eventually kind of do this snowball effect and will build up for her to grow up and have the balance that she desires and the harmony that she's been looking for. And this King of Pentacles reverse is kind of showing us that she will reach that point. Like that's her goal. She's just quite not there yet. She's still in the Page energy, where she's like still in the beginning stages of her journey. So to end off this reading, let's take out some healing messages for Haerin. Let's see how she's, anything that she needs to hear. We have the Otter Spirit reversed with "You are never alone," which I think is very reassuring, because this is like the first message that came through when the Lovers reverse came up, and I was like, she's looking for a companion, like a true companion, someone that she can rely on. So with this Otter Spirit reverse, it's kind of saying that she, even if she doesn't see it right now, she is not on her own. Her spiritual team will always be there, maybe not physically with her, but they are there. There might be people out there that do care for her truly and do wish the best for her, but she's just seen so much disappointment and so much trash in her environment that she hasn't fully cleared it out, and therefore she hasn't seen that there are people out there that do care for her and do genuinely want her to do well in life, and want to hear if she's doing okay, if she's going through a rough time. There's people that she can definitely rely on. There is people out there that will understand her to the depth that she wants. It's just that right now she's being seen a little bit more of like the superficial fake people out there. So it's a bit disappointing. It's a bit of a disappointment, but she will eventually recognize or even meet the people that will make her feel comfortable. But for now, she will have to kind of continue getting, cleaning the house constantly. Let's see any other healing messages for her. We have the Owl Spirit with "You see clearly now." So, okay, this card being right here kind of tells me that she has already been working in the process of self-love and self-healing. Even if she doesn't use the same words that I'm talking about right now, she's already trying to figure out ways to stay positive. She's already trying to figure out ways to get rid of overwhelming thoughts or negative thinking. She's already, she could have already started journaling, or she could have already started searching up for like videos that calm her down. I'm thinking of like maybe ASMR videos or subliminals of sorts. Like maybe she's already searching up videos on how to create a cozy environment, or how to clear her mind, like those meditative, or maybe even guided meditation videos. Like she could have already been doing some research. That's what I'm getting at. And she could already be applying some ideas into, maybe not fully into action, but she's already thinking about it in a way where she is just gathering the time to get these actions done. So with you see clearly now is basically she's finally seeing what the problem is, and by identifying it, she's like one step closer to her healing. She's one step closer to getting rid of that trash. She's getting ready to get rid of all the negativity that is surrounding her. Like again, by just identifying that there's something wrong and that she doesn't like it, she's already in the process of healing. So this card right here is just telling her that doing that is good enough. Working with her spiritual team, or just kind of trusting her heart and trusting her intuition, she will be guided down the path where she will feel the most comfortable, the happiest in, and feel the harmony necessary for her healing to go through as well. And I'm thinking of like this Ace of Swords that we saw earlier, like all of a sudden she's gonna have these epiphanies where she's like, you know, this aha moments where she's like, okay, so this is how I can solve my issue, or like, oh, this is the problem, so this is what I should probably look into to solve them. So she's just kind of getting bits here and there of information that will help her along her journey of self-healing. Now the last card that we have here is the Wombat Spirit reverse with Be at Home. So this card reverse kind of shows that she's working on this. This is something that either she hasn't fully recognized or she's just working on right now. And it's just the idea of feeling at home with herself and feeling comfortable in her environment. With this card being reversed, it's kind of telling me that she is still on the works on that, or she's still trying to either figure out the definition of home or figure out how to manifest home. And by home, I don't necessarily mean like a house. I don't mean her family. In this case, I mean feeling comfortable in her human body, if that makes sense. Feeling comfortable with who she is as a person and who she defines herself as. And also finding comfort in the action that she takes within the environment that she's in. May it be her working environment, may it be her circle of friends or co-workers. Like she is, you know, with being at home reverse, it's like she's still in the process of understanding the type of life that she wants to live, and she's still trying to figure out the best actions that she can take to become that version that brings her peace and happiness. So with this card in reverse, is just kind of showing that she's still on the works on that, but that it is possible, or like she will reach that point where she feels completely comfortable, happy, optimistic, and confident in who she is as a person. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought this was pretty decent. We usually don't talk about like fake people, but with hers it was like a big deal. Seems like she's surrounded by some toxic people in her working environment, which I mean, unfortunately is quite common, especially in the industry that she's in, since she has to deal with a bunch of people constantly. But I do hope that she will quickly figure out what it is that brings her peace, whatever it is that brings her happiness, because those tools will definitely help her survive in the industry that she's in. So I wish her luck on that, and I hope you guys like this reading, or that you enjoyed it, maybe even learn from it. I don't know. I'll see you on the next one, whenever that is, however that is. Love and healing from my heart to you, and bye.